Zimbabweans in South Africa react to Mnangagwa's term extension plans. Kusangana kwatinoita pana pachano yenyu Magaba News pana kuigira news dzinenge dzichiitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe tichingokurudzirana kana uri mutsva hit the subscribe button and also turn the notification bell so that when you post any news and update you'll be the first one to see trending news atinenge taisa pana pachano yenyu Magaba News. Zuva ranhasi tauya takabata nhau yevagari vemunyika yeZimbabwe vari South Africa vochema vachiti we want to come home. Mushure mekunge pabuda nhau yeterm extension yaMnangagwa apo chairperson of the Zimbabwe community in South Africa anonzi Nicholas Mabena otaura achiti macitizen emunyika yeZimbabwe ari South Africa nevari kune dzimwe nyika vari kuchema vachiti toda kuuya kuZimbabwe asi tanga takatoema kuti sezvo maelection a2023 akabirirwa tinozvigadzirisa pamaelection a2028 manje taakuona ZANU-PF ichida kuganhira ichida kudembudzira maelection a2028 ichiti iyo akansela zva2028 yaakupusha kuti vaMnangagwa vasvike 2030. So nauyi yorambwa nevari Diaspora vachiti isusu tinoda kutoti paitwe Diaspora vote nova ichange ichirakidza kuti vari kunze kwenyika vakabuda muZimbabwe nekutambura vachienda kunotsvaga upenyu huri nani kune dzimwe nyika asi ndosaka taakutotiwo taakubatana kuti tirambe vision 2030 iri kupushwa neZANU-PF. So zvanyorwa mumazipepa nawo akasiyana-siyana zvichitaurika pamusoro pechiitiko ichi within the latest political development in Zimbabwe have stirred strong emotions beyond its borders, especially among Zimbabweans living in South Africa. News that the ruling party ZANU-PF is moving to extend President Emmerson Mnangagwa's term to 2030 has drawn mixed reaction from a citizen in the diaspora. According to reports by IOL News, the proposal was endorsed at the party's annual National People's Conference held in Mutare, where delegates instructed government structures to begin drafting legislation that should amend the constitution and push the next election beyond 2028. For millions of Zimbabweans living abroad, especially in South Africa, this announcement feels like a reminder of the long political circles that have been shaped the nation's modern history. The chairperson of the Zimbabwe community in South Africa, Nicholas Mabema, expressed a deep concern over the proposed extension. He warned that delaying election would further isolate ordinary citizens from democratic participation and delay efforts to fix Zimbabwe's struggle economy. We condemn the move by the ZANU-PF to postpone the election to 2030. We want to participate in the election in 2028, including through a diaspora vote, said Mabema. The political question in Zimbabwe can only be resolved through election, not through extension. Without this, we cannot rebuild the economy and return home. Many Zimbabweans in South Africa share that frustration. They see the political uncertainty at home as one of the main reasons they left and one of the biggest barriers to return. Other, however, taking a more pragmatic view, a prominent business and lawyer, Moblessing, told IOL that many Zimbabweans in South Africa desperate want to go home but lack the economic means to do so. The environment here in South Africa has become a very hostile, especially for Zimbabweans. People want to return but they don't know how to survive once they get back, Munezi said. Perhaps the government of Zimbabwe could create a fund to help citizens reintegrate and participate in the economy. He highlights that thousands are struggling with documentation, access to healthcare, and job insecurity, issues that continues to affect migrant community in South Africa. Representing the Zimbabwe Immigration Federation and the Zimbabwe Democratic Congress, like Luke Mufaro Zwitsi, called the proposed term extension unconstitutional. He said it demonstrates how political elite are prioritizing power rendition over national renewal. Extending Mnangagwa's tenure to 2030 is a disappointment and a catastrophe for democracy. Zimbabweans are tired of bad governance and corruption. The country needs leadership renewal, not extending term. Not all reactions were negative. Some Zimbabweans believe Mnangagwa deserves more time to complete his vision. A truck driver, Gwatidzo, a ZANU-PF supporter, praised the improvement in infrastructure and relative stability since Mnangagwa took office. We must not forget the past. We used to see people fleeing Zimbabwe in large numbers. That has changed. Roads have improved, and there is more order now. He said the president has unfinished business. Let him continue. Former ZANU-PF political commissar Xavier Kasukwere, who is now living in exile, sharply criticized the idea. He said the more would backfire politically and economically. Mnangagwa is dreaming, and he has set himself up for failure. Agreed knows no boundary, and this will lead to disaster, Kasukwere told IOL. Mnangagwa is dreaming, and he has set himself up for failure. Creed knows no boundaries, and this will lead to disaster, Kasukwere told IOL. Kasukwere comments reflects a growing concern among a former insider that the ruling party risks repeating a past mistake that led to public discontent and economic decline. The conversation about term limits goes beyond party politics. It touches the core of Zimbabwe's democratic future. For those in the diaspora, especially in South Africa, it raises urgent questions about representation, economic recovery, and the right to return home with dignity. Whether Mnangagwa proposed extension succeed or failed, one thing is clear: Zimbabweans abroad are watching closely, and many are still waiting for the day they can finally say we are going home. Famwe Zimbabwe tauya takabata na do emamwe amapost ari kunyorwa neanomirira maZimbabweans ari kuSouth Africa vachiramba vachiti aiwa maelection a2028 ndo atiri kutoda munyika yeZimbabwe, ende vazhinji vari kuSouth Africa vari kudiaspora vari kuti aiwa taakuda kuenda kumba, toda kuenda kuZimbabwe, takatiza nhamo muZimbabwe, so toigadzirisa nemaelection. What's your take on this issue? What's your take on this news? Ndidzo news dzatati kabata pano pacharo yenyu Magaba News.